You know that splits help us to divide payments automatically between different people, and you know that they do this via smart contracts throughout the Ethereum ecosystem. But in practice, how do we actually set up a split for ourselves? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of setting up a split step by step and go into all of the details about the information that you need to provide in order to get your own split up and running. Let's assume you've already connected your wallet to the app. To create a new split, all you need to do is navigate to this new contract section and select split. And this is the dashboard that you'll be using in order to input the information to get your split set up in exactly the way you want it to be set up. You can see that there's a number of different fields here, and we're going to go over every single one so that you can understand all of these details. In this recipient section, we add all of the different wallet addresses or ENS names that will be receiving a split of the income that's sent to this split. So let's add a couple wallet addresses and ENS names in here. And if you have more than 2 recipients, then you can click add recipient and you can add any other wallet addresses in there that you might need. Now in this section, we're going to be adding all of the different percentages that each of these wallet addresses are going to be receiving. So I'll go 55 here, I'll go 30 here. And you can notice here with this little blue tooltip, it'll tell you, okay, what percentage of the total 100% pie have you already filled up? And if you hover over it, it'll tell you how much you need to add to make it add up to 100, which is of course really important when you're working with splits. And for larger splits, we're manually entering every different wallet address and percentage for each different person. Gets a little tedious. You can easily upload a CSV with all this information, and that makes the whole process a lot faster. The next section we need to talk about is this controller section, but what is a controller? Well, essentially a controller is somebody that you are allowing to make changes to your split after it's already been created. Now, you can either choose to have a controller or to not have a controller. If you don't have a controller, that means that immediately when you create the split, that split is set in stone and cannot be changed ever. This is good for some use cases, but in a lot of cases you might want to have the wiggle room to be able to change your split after the fact, especially if you're not confident that everyone is going to always have access to the accounts that are listed inside of your split. And if that is the case, you can change this from no controller to either being the wallet address that you connected earlier, or you can enter any other address that you want to make that address the controller of the split. This could even be the wallet address of a multi-sig wallet, so that multiple people need to agree before the controller can change any of these details. And what about this distribution threshold section? Well, for recipients to be able to withdraw from splits, first the balance of that split has to be distributed. Now this distribution threshold allows you to automate this step so that neither you nor anyone else on the split has to remember to do this all the time. It works by creating a bounty, sort of like a payments processing fee that's paid to whoever comes along and distributes the balance for you. Now I'm going to keep this set at 1 ETH because that should result in somewhat frequent payouts, but you can set this to whatever you want to set it to. Just remember to keep this on if you don't want to have to manually distribute all of these balances yourself. And finally, let's talk about this sponsor split section. You might not know that the team that built splits doesn't take any kind of fee or percentage from your funds when you use splits. Instead, they've just added this totally voluntary option of choosing to sponsor splits when you set up your split. This is a great way of saying thank you to the team that made the application, but again, it is totally optional. A lot of people choose to donate a percentage of their splits earnings to the splits team because they get a lot of value out of the splits protocol and would be sad if they ever had to see it go away. Once you've finished going through all of these sections, you'll want to scroll back up and make sure that all of the details that you've submitted are exactly as you want them to be. And if they are, you can scroll back down to the bottom, click Create Split. You'll get a transaction request sort of pop up here with whatever wallet you're using. And once you sign and confirm that transaction, you'll have created your split. And there you have it, you've created your first split. Now in future videos, we're going to go over how you can view this split and get all the information you could possibly need about it from the splits application.